Octember 2023, failure number 5. This old Dell Latitude D505 I use for the most part every night. I keep this by the lazy boy upstairs. It runs Windows XP. It's only got a 1024 by 768 screen, but it works. And it has 512 meg of RAM. Not a lot. But, so what? They'll have theirs, and you'll have yours, and I'll have mine. And together we'll be fine. The hard drive in this is starting to fail. It has not failed completely yet. This problem came up, probably a good year ago. I was playing an MP3 file. Usually I watch videos on here, not through YouTube. I have saved videos that I watch in the evenings. But I can't access YouTube with an old version of Chrome and all that great stuff. Anyway, long and short of the story is I use this thing a lot, and a year or two ago, whatever it was, I was using the machine, playing just an MP3, and it wasn't playing right. It would start skipping and all kinds of crazy stuff. And the hard drive light, the machine's off. That flashy light is the battery is bad. But it still holds the charge for a little bit. Anyways, the hard drive light was on solid. And I picked the machine up and held it to my ear. And I said, not good. That hard drive definitely sounds like it's having trouble reading. It's got a 30 gig drive in it. IDE. But not to worry, because SaturnEv, link in the prescription, sent me a whole bunch of stuff, including 4 laptop hard drives, 2 of which were IDE, and one of them is going to go in this machine eventually, when this drive dies. So today is preventative maintenance. I'm going to attempt to make an image of this machine and hopefully swap in the new drive and image it back to that drive. Yes, it takes longer doing it that way, but that's the way I want to do it, so I still have a copy of it in case that drive fails in the future. Everything else remaining the same, the machine otherwise is operable. This machine, somebody at Tiny Middle had given me back in the day, and it is what it is, as it is. I don't have any memory to upgrade it from 512 because it's like not SD-RAM, but maybe DDR. I don't even know. I can't even remember. It's old. It's slow, but it gets the job done, and once it's playing a video, it's there. It plays. It's good. So that's kind of the story. After the hard drive was having trouble that time, a year or two ago, powered the machine off, powered it back on, and now the drive seemed perfectly fine. And it's been fine all of that time until now, where it's making like a weird vibrating sound. Can't really explain it. But not always. When the machine's cold like this, it's been off for actually a couple days now, the drive will spin up and it sounds fine, but later it starts making like a vibrating sound. And while it was operating, it did do that really having trouble reading bit. And I powered it off, powered it back on. It was still making the vibrating sound, but anyway, it needs replacement, and I'll wait for it to fail because it otherwise is still working. I need to boot it up because I have some data on there that I want to offload. Don't know if this drive is going to hold it. I may already have an image of this machine, not positive though, on here. And if I do, great, I'll look. If I don't, then oh well, we're making a new one anyway, which will supersede that. This old Mad Dog external hard drive, I don't remember what capacity it is, but it's been a long time. You could actually hear it spin up. Let me get the camera as close as I can to it. Nice. The laptop also makes a nice sound I'll move the camera over here. I don't know if you can hear this one. This one has a faster sound because it's a 2.5-inch drive, so it spins up quicker. And this one says, "Wipe!" That's W-O-I-P. Wipe! Let's see. Wipe! And the drive sounds perfectly normal right now. So let's tilt the camera back. It's going to resume from hibernation because that's how I last had it. So it's doing its thing. Once it gets here, it takes a while on a good day. We've got a mouse pointer, screen's lit up. I gotta wind my timer up all the way so I don't lose power in the middle. It's loading perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with it at this very moment in time. It's just doing exactly what it's supposed to without any trouble, but I know the trouble is looming. This is all normal for how long it takes. Like I said, this thing is old and slow. But once it's up, it works. I had used this machine testing a whole bunch of CRT monitors. I don't know which ones I've posted and which I haven't. It's still loading. It's doing everything it's supposed to. Sometimes I gotta click that a second time because it's slow and maybe didn't listen the first time. Almost seems like it would just boot up faster than it would resuming from hibernation. But like I said, 512 meg RAM, this just can't get out of its own way. It just doesn't have the guts. Do you have it? Guts.
Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it?
Okay, there we are. We're even connected wirelessly. Hip hop hooray. I'm going to try to offload some data, see how much space is on that external. I may have to grab another quick and I got to get stuff done before this drive starts failing. So I'll be back in a bit. 5 data transfers at exactly the same time. It's running. The hard drive's crunching away. Can I move it back enough for you to see the hard drive light? Right there. Drive's clunking away, doing exactly what it's supposed to. External is gobbling this stuff up. The drive is not making that vibrating sound. Everything is working exactly as it's supposed to. The machine is fully functional right now. But I got to get this data backed up quick and hopefully image it before the drive dies. And like I said, if the drive doesn't die, I'm leaving it in there till it does, provided I have the new drive already imaged and ready to go, because that way it's as simple as swapping hard drives and it boots right back up as if nothing happened. So this one is almost done. Followed by that, followed by that. There we go. And of course, as that happens, data transfer becomes faster a little bit, because this is still an IDE hard drive and its throughput is not great. So it only does what it can do. There's 2, Still clomping away. And that third one is completing now. There we go. And these will readjust and all that. So I'm going to come back getting this thing booted up to take an image. So I'm going to just wait for that to finish, shut down, and get everything else I'm going to need. Hopefully there will be enough space on that external 20 something gig. I think it'll just make it. I should also check to see if I have a backup on there. Not sure what that is. Might be that file, but I don't know. 2011? Youch. Yeah. Probably not going to use that, and it said Windows 2000. So anyway, I'll be back in a bit. We'll see if we can get this thing imaging. I just told it to restart. I have my imaging disk in the drive, which I'll close as soon as Windows won't care about it, which should be literally now, but now definitely won't. I don't know if we'll boot this disk. It may be too scratched or fingerprinty. Spun up. Windows is shitting down. Now I'm trying this to not power the machine off and back on, spin it up and down. F12 for the boot menu. CD drive. So far, so good. Been a long time since I used this. That doesn't sound good. I'll come back. Success. Now, this program has issues sometimes with the mouse. I may touch the touchpad and it may just reboot. No, it works. Excellent. Backup. Create a backup. I want to back up my computer. Analyzing partition. I want to back up drive C. And if you already have it, okay, where do you want to put it? I want to put it on there. And we'll call this Miro Dell 10, no, Windows XP 10 11 2023 should be fine. We'll hit next. If I can click on it. Create a new full backup archive. Compression level will set at maximum. Estimated creation time is 40 minutes for no compression and 30 minutes for maximum compression, with a difference of 5 gigabytes. Okay, sure. We'll click next. Notes. I don't think so. Next. Giver. So it's allegedly doing something now. I'm going to listen. I think it's going bit by bit kind of thing. It's doing what it's supposed to. Not hearing any odd vibrating sounds. Yeah, hey, we're moving. And it says it's going to take 54 minutes. You know about the estimates and how that goes. So I'll be back later. Backup archive creation has been completed successfully. Fancy that. We'll hit OK. Is there a way to shut down, exit? Does it power down? No, it reboots. F12. The drive still is not making any odd sounds. I gotta shift everything around here. Take this out. Let's put my diagnostic disc in. I'll unplug the USB drive because that's not needed now. And it's only going to confuse issues. So that's all good. We'll let that boot up. And here, we'll go right to hard disk. Check performance. It says it's 30 gigabytes. Performance is fine. Oh yeah, it's got more. So it'll give us some information when it's done. I don't know what. It probably might tell us the data transfer speed. Vaguely seem to remember that. It's a Toshiba drive that's in there now. I have a Fujitsu. I think this was from Saturn Ev. It has that weird card edge connector. And I believe this machine has that. I pulled the drive the other day to look. I couldn't remember shit like that. But anyway, cache reads transfer at 66.59 megabytes per second. Yeah, not a quick drive, and that's cached. Average distributed read performance 20.92 megabytes per second. So yeah, not a fast drive, as you've clearly seen. There we go. 21 millisecond seek. We can go over to internal cache test. Yeah. No. That's going fine. This can sometimes bring up issues, if there are. I have a sneaking suspicion, if it supports SMART, there's going to be no errors. Previous command failure, the C8H command. I can't tell you how many times that I had seen that at Tiny Middle. I have no idea what it means. If this came up on a customer's machine, immediately it's a bad hard drive because the diagnostics say so. For me, nope, it's fine. I don't know. Perfectly fine. So it is what it is. We're now going to go ahead, take that disk out, and put the other one back in. To not over-exercise the drive, I'm not going to close that until I power down, which I need to do now because we're going to swap in the new drive and try to image it back. So we'll power it off, now put it in. So now, as far as the machine is concerned, it never knew there was a disk there. I could disconnect the power supply, but there's really no need to. Hard drive is right here. I got to get screwdrivers, so let me get that. Let's try this full set. I don't remember what brand this was. There's going to be a link in the prescription. China sent it. And it should have a proper Phillips like this one. Yep, there we go. That'll work. Put that up there. There's a fly or something. That's nice. Pull out the drive. Yeah, look. See? It's got that connector. I don't know what size this is. I don't remember what Saturn Ev said. But we have to go ahead and dismount this. So we got to take all these screws out. Drive comes right out. We're going to make believe that those card edge connectors are the same. This one seems shorter. I guess just for the sake of it, we'll swap them. Take it off the warm drive. That's how you tell. So you don't mix it up. And put this on. And we'll put it back in the little caddy here, ready to go. We're going to put in 2 screws only because this drive is coming back out, and we're swapping the old drive back in because it is still operating at this time. It made no abnormal sounds, but I know what I heard, and I know it wasn't right. Put this back in. There we go. Put the screws aside. I'm not going to bother screwing it in because we're going to unscrew it later. Again, the case doesn't close now. Now it does. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Flip back. Plug in the USB. Come on, guy. Other way? No, I had it right. Come on, guy. What the hell? There he goes. Excellent. And now we'll try to boot Acronis again. F12. There was one file I didn't back up off the old drive. It's not a big deal. I'll throw it on the external when I put the old drive back in, and I can always get that. It's just a link to something, and the optical drive just... I seem to vaguely remember that from back in the day. I don't know why, like what it's trying to load, but it worked. I did take the disc out and clean it off a little with my shirt. That was it. And it just clunks the drive around. Oh, you know what would be funny? If we just try to boot it up. Well, let's see if this is going to load. Yep, now it does this loading screen, so give me a minute. We'll hit the boot menu and tell it to boot off the hard drive just in case it wants to boot off CD. I don't remember what it's set to, the boot order. Probably set to boot off CD first anyway, but just to be safe, internal hard drive. Oh, wow! It's got Windows XP. No video driver, that makes sense. Welcome. You've got mail. Huh. It's like a bare bones XP install. Probably a driver folder on that. I should have... Oh, I have it backed up, actually. Let's see what size this drive is, too. Don't worry about the Acronis disk. I don't need you to spin that up and down right now. It's a 60. Ouch! Yikes. That's big. Oh, it's fine. It's like a fresh install. God, I don't know now. I don't know what to do. That's weird. It's got Service Pack 3 and everything. It just needs drivers. It's like, do I mess with it? Yeah, probably. What I could do is take an image of that. Just to, oh, look what launched. Just to do it. Found new hardware. You know what I could do is take an image of this. Because there's like nothing on it. So in case I want to image it back, go away. I don't want to install drivers now. Oh, the files are hidden. Ooh, go away. God. No. No more. Go away. Ah. No, I don't want to take the tour. All right, go, no more. Go away, stop. Okay, no, it's still finding shit. That was cool. Yeah, it's like 2-3 gigabytes, so we'll image that just to do it, because this way I don't have to. Is it activated? Where's the pause key? There we go. Oh, you got to run the what is it, Windows System 32 ubi misubi /a. Was that right? It's loading. Holy shit, I pulled that one right out of my ass, and it's activated. Definitely take an image of that. Hell yeah. Fresh install, don't have to do that, and it's Service Pack 3. We'll just shut her down. That's normal. It's factory. It actually is, because look. See, it's just because it's 16 colors, so that's the best it can do. So we're going to restart. Load up Acronis. Image that as well. Saturn Ev, his name is Evan. It showed on the screen. I didn't edit it out, and I'm saying that because YouTube, with the handles and shit they have now, just shows that. So it's public knowledge to everybody, so it is what it is, you know. So we'll let this boot back up again, and we'll take another image. We'll see how long it says it'll take. Okay, here we go again. Back up. Next. My computer. Drive C. Okay. Backup archive location. Why is it not pulling the... Oh, well, double click my computer. There it goes. Okay. We'll call it Evan 60 gigabyte drive Windows XP SP3 10/11/2023. Create a new full backup. Compression level. So none is 2.729 and 11 minutes. Normal 1.6325 minutes. High 1.428 5 minutes. Maximum 9 minutes 1.393. Yeah, we're all about saving the space there, because this is filled with old images that I don't want to lose, that I'm never going to need. So there's that. So we'll take an image of this. In fact, it already started. It's going. It's doing things, is what I'm telling you. 5 minutes, that's not bad. So we'll come back in a couple of minutes and image the old drive to that. Oh, that's funny. There's a hard drive sitting right here. I don't know if it works. Oh, hey, it's IDE. I forget. This is a travel star. Let's see what it says while we're waiting, just for funs. This might have been a bad drive. May 06. $5,400 RPM. That's all it really says. I don't know if it works. A while ago, Lexmarks567 sent me some laptop IDE drives. They're around somewhere, but this one from Saturn was handy, so we're using that. And that's what we're doing. Okay, that was successful, of course. We'll hit OK. We'll hit recovery now. Next, what do you want to recover? And interestingly, I have a folder in there. Oh, I made that before. Derp. That was dumb. You can't hold it for it to go. This is the one that I want. And you'll notice the partitions are fucked because this drive is larger. And this program does not allow for you to fix that. But I have another program that will, if I can find it. Not worried about that at this moment. We'll come back to that. Restore disks or partitions. And we're going to do everything. And it says, where do you want to put it? There. Yep, that's the one. Because we're not putting it on the external, which is a 250 gigabyte drive. Yes, I want to delete everything on the destination hard drive. Next. Do you want to restore anything else? No, I do not. Additional settings? No. And go. Okay, it's going. Now, how long does it say? It seems to be moving at a fairly decent clip. 12 minutes. Not bad. See, in the land of old hardware, you can benefit from shit like this. Small hard drives, small amounts of data, fully functional system. 12 minutes to recover the machine? 13? All right, 13. Went up a little. But still, quick. When it's done, we'll see if it'll boot up off the new drive, and then I'll see if I can grow the partition out, if I even remember how to do that. Man, oh man, I got to also find that disk, and see if at least it will be a functional drive to have as a spare, which, like I said, I can then keep separate just for the day when this old drive finally calls it quits, and I can just swap it in and be good. So it's not strictly a failure, but like I said, I know what I saw and I know what I heard. Diagnostics only tests for known failures. Important axiom right there. Oh good, it went up 14 minutes, but still relatively short amount of time. You couldn't install Windows in that amount of time. So we'll be back later. There we go. It says it was restored. We'll hit OK. We'll go over to exit. Pop the disk out. Come on. There you go. And we'll see if it boots up off the image. We'll boot menu it to tell it the internal drive just to check. Hey, there we go. Nifty. Caught it in time. Nice. There's everything just as it was. Nice deal. Okay, now Windows probably has to detect the hard drive. Yep. See? I don't know what it's doing. Did it detect it? Is it done? It didn't say. Are you done? Let's check device mangler. Where the hell are disk drives? For Shih Tzu, it's there. It's good. Okay, so now we'll power it off because I have to go. I couldn't find that disk. I'm going to try to burn a CD. It's been a long time. So I'll be back with that, and we'll see if we can grow this partition out, because just to show you, it's only going to show 30 gigabytes like the old drive was. So we'll shut this down just to do it. Oh, you know what we'll do is we'll restart and we'll run diagnostics on this other drive to see if it has anything. So let me come back with that. And then I'll go burn that disk. I went to burn this disk on my video editing machine, and I haven't used the drive on that in forever, so it didn't want to pop open. I didn't want to be bothered getting a paper clip. But I have this drive that SaturnEv had sent also, and I successfully burned it with this drive. It's real plasticky. So just for fun, let's see if this machine can actually boot off of this external. I'm only going to plug the one USB cable in. We'll see if that'll do it. If not, we'll try the other one. And of course, I can always just use it. It sounded good. We can just Control-Alt-Delete that. F12. Sounds like it can spin the disk up just fine. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. No, didn't like it. Oh well, no problem. We'll just put it in the main drive. Pardon me. Just this drive didn't want to work. This machine didn't want to drive with this work. One of those things. I don't know. If I plug it in Windows, it'll probably work. There's your Windows XP sounds. There you go. So we'll restart. Yeah, I know it didn't load everything. That's okay. Just shut down properly so we have a good, clean, ready to boot drive. That's all we need. It was fun. I actually, I could have burned this at the maximum that the drive supported. I don't know what these CDRs say, if anything. It doesn't say a speed on them. But I decided that I would just burn it at 8x because you get kind of a cleaner, better burn. It took 5 minutes to burn it. Just, you know, a little more. What? I said boot menu. Oh! Let's try this again. Preparing one-time boot menu. How about, you know, multiple time boot menu? How about a boot menu each time? CD. Ha! That's all we get? That's good. Really, really? Yeah, it's not doing anything else. I can't say that I haven't seen that before. Great. There's no other boot menu option. I have ways here, but it's a pain in the dick. I'm thinking I might just leave it for now. Because yeah, it just sits there. I'll leave it for a minute and see. I have an older version that might work. Can you see better that way? You can, a little. I have an older version that might work. I could try burning that. But I don't know. Some machines like this, some don't. I'm trying to think what else I have that's around down here. Let me take a look. Only thing I got down here is this old relic, and I don't want to use it. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Does it have the boot menu thing? Nope, we're gonna have to go in the BIOS. Just the quality of this thing. This is the old Inspiron 5000 600 megahertz Pentium 3. If I had a spare USB drive adapter thing, I could definitely do it. But I don't have one handy. The only one I have is being used, and I don't feel like disconnecting it. So stupidly, I'm going to tear apart another machine to transplant the drive into, provided it'll boot. If not, then I'll go and get that damn adapter and just be done. So give me a minute to see if this thing will try to boot off of that. The pink goes away as the CCFL tubes warm up. We've been through this. So there you go. Entering setup. Boot. F5 to move down, F6 to move up. Well, it's set. It should boot it. Boot menu says floppy CD, then hard drive, and this just doesn't boot it? Or did I not have it in time? I don't remember. I think it just didn't want to boot it at all. It just ignored it. No! Something. Hey, the drive is doing shit. Yeah. Good thing I burned it at 8x, right? Spinning it up and down and spinning it up and down. And it doesn't want to read it. This disc is kind of fucked too. It's brand new, but it's dirty. The light, can you see that? It's flickering madly. So that's not going to work either. And this thing ain't going to boot off that USB drive. Fuck. Great. Now what? I really don't want to tear that thing apart. I guess I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, this ain't going to work. Alright, last ditch effort. I have this program called Plop Boot Manager that this might boot. Yeah, there. And we'll go USB. Spun up the disk and nothing. Oh, that was so frustrating. That was close, man. We almost had a shot at it. Now we're going to have to do it the right way. Remember how I said we weren't going to screw the drive in? Because I was swapping it back anyway? I got the adapter. Let's see if it powers. It does. It makes a similar wipe sound. So that's kind of cool. Boot menu. CD drive? Where are you? If this doesn't boot it, then I'm just going to leave it, and it'll have to be for another time. But we have successfully done what we came for. Give the disk a second to spin up. Be recognized. Right, good. That's awesome. It doesn't run on this machine either. Great. Just great. One good Octember fail deserves another. I may have just had another fail. This was the drive that I pulled that adapter off of. I went to hook it back up because this has data on it that I need. I don't need it. If the drive is dead, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing that important on here. But I plug this thing back in and it won't spin up. Did my power supply for it die? Did this adapter die? I don't know. We're going to try plugging this drive in here to see if it'll spin. Tore apart this external drive just to do this, because that's what's handy. I didn't want to do this, but sometimes it gets to the point where, you know, I'm creating a lot more collateral damage, so this is the last test. I think we're good here. We'll turn it on and see if the drive spins. Yes, it does. So the power supply for it failed. Okay. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. The drive is okay. I'm sure it'll be readable. I think we're just going to end it here, pretty much. I'm going to put the original drive back. There's no sense in you're watching my struggling more. I'm going to put the original drive back in the original machine, which was the original intent. We have imaged this drive to a new one, or a working one, and I can pop it in and have 30 gig and try expanding that partition another time. Maybe the disk didn't burn properly. I don't know. I couldn't get it to boot on yet a third machine or a fourth machine, however many I tried at this point. So maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I've seen it happen before. But this drive is okay. So at least we didn't have a drive failure. I kind of have been meaning to get a new thingamajobber for it anyway. So it's not the worst thing in the world. So I'll just get one eventually and we'll go on from there. But that's really all I'm going to do here. I'm going to swap this guy back in. Put everything back together. The power supply for this may have failed already and it's just having a bad day. It worked just earlier today, but now it was disturbed, so it doesn't work anymore. If I leave it unplugged for a while, it might work again. We'll see, but tired of playing. We got everything done that I set out to do, so that's going to do it. I'm going to pack everything up, put everything back as it was, and that's going to wrap this up. Man, oh man. Now I know why I left Tiny Middle. Every last little fucking thing you try and nothing works. It is so frustrating. Even had found that the screws that hold this enclosure together are for some reason stripped out. I did that at one point somehow, but I got it open. We'll put it back and make believe that never happened, but otherwise we got everything we need. So I'm going to wrap it up here. That's it. We saved that computer and have a spare drive ready to go in the event of imminent failure. And that's it. I'm sorry it had to end off this way, but sometimes it just gets to that point where it's enough fucking playing. Another day? Nah, I'm fucking done. I'm done now. Done playing for a while, so we'll come back another time with more computer work. I don't know when. Still got to restore that old Dell. That was the machine out back. People have said, put a hard drive in it, get it working again. Okay, we'll give it a shot, but not right now. Another time. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. But wait! There's less! Saturn Ev also sent me a wireless card, wireless N instead of wireless G. I don't know if there's drivers for it, but the card definitely is correct as far as that goes. We'll plug it in. It's not seated right. There we go. That's in. Okay. I put the old hard drive back in this thing. It should boot up like old times. Wipe. BIOS ain't going to tell me nothing on this thing. Probably. Will it work with the existing driver? No. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if it boots up. Is the drive? I'm listening. Nothing abnormal. Okay. Gotta wait. It has a yellow exclamation point on the wireless symbol. That's interesting. Holy shit! It friggin' worked? Just out of the box? No friggin' way. No way. Yeah, this is the old one from '04. And it's connected? That's it? Can it... Does it tell you... Wait. It still says it's connected at 54 megabits per second. Would a new driver help it? I don't know. Anyway, it's proving the card works. It gets a connection that's good enough for me. So anyway, it's there in case I ever need it. Can't say I've never seen one go bad, but it's pretty rare. Anyway, that'll do it now. Okay, take care.